all the nerds.
So, I don't want to call it as a big event because I think it happens almost every 5 to 6 years. But soon, Marvel will be killing about 33 comics series.
Huzzah! Sorry.
Really?
Yes. A full 33.
Yatta.
Yeah, that's it.
And that includes, that's because of the Marvel reboot, right?
Again.
But that's the thing. Marvel is not the only one who's rebooting everything all the time. They're all doing it.
Well, time out. I thought the universe reboot already happened.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Soon.
Because it is happening right now because it's a Secret War.
So it's still all new Marvel now.
For now,
The new one coming out is all new, all different. I know that.
exactly.
Technically, right now, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's Secret Wars right
Yeah,
now.
everything is shut down.
Okay.
All the series have ended, and now it's in a limbo of Secret War.
Okay.
And they're going to reboot everything. Not everything. The main titles. The
And
important
titles that barely even had their spotlight are being rebooted.
Exactly.
It's like 30-ish new titles. Yeah.
30-ish?
Well, 30, 40. Yeah.
Because I know there's
New titles or titles getting canceled or both?
New titles.
Cause
Well, I know at least 20, but I'm assuming more.
Because we had 6 X-Men title. We had so many 3, 4 Avengers, 6 Avengers, I think. And now they're rebooting very tiny, but very
everyone and their grandmother are crossing over with each other. Yeah.
You told me something about Fantastic Four.
Well, that was something that I noticed recently because with this whole new universe thing that they're doing, all new, all different. Marvel released a universe poster recently, which is the poster of a bunch of characters to advertise the comic series in general.
One.
Yeah. The last time they had a universe poster was in 2007, and it was all the favorites. It had Wolverine at the front, Spider-Man, had a bunch of characters put together, and pretty big roster on the poster. This one is even bigger. There's a lot of people on it. But the thing to notice is that, and Marvel will never admit this, I'm sure, but they're slowly phasing out the Fox-owned characters from their titles and advertising. So if you look at their new universe poster... Except for Deadpool. So if you look at their new universe poster...
Deadpool sells.
Exactly. If you look at this new universe poster, there's not a single Fantastic Four hero or villain on it. Not even Doctor Doom. There's not a single X-Men or mutant hero or villain on it. Not even Wolverine.
Not only that, but also for the X-Men, they introduced a plot twist where the Terrigenesis was actually killing off the mutants.
And that's the thing. I think it's Marvel's subtle way of trying to take the audience's mind of Fox-owned characters. They're killing off mutants with the New Inhumans thing. Fantastic Four was canceled due to low sales.
But that's something else also. In
that's
Secret
true.
Wars.
Yeah,
in Secret Wars, you can see Reed Richard and Sue Storm just existing in a Secret War. So I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know if this is 100% true because this is secondhand information. So maybe one of you guys could tell me. But I read that there's going to be an X-Men series that shoots the X-Men into space. So all their stories will take place in space, not on Earth, completely disassociating them with the other heroes of the Marvel Universe.
I have a feeling that might be all-new X-Men, because before Cyclops was in a journey with his father into space.
Yeah.
So there you go. So
it makes sense. I mean, they've been exploring the cosmic world since the beginning, so...
Yeah, but I think this is more just to get them away from the Marvel Cinematic Universe characters. Yeah. And Chris Claremont has said that Marvel has told him and other writers and artists not to create new X-Men or mutant characters because the rights would go to Fox right away.
Makes
Movie
sense.
rights.
Makes sense.
So this whole universe thing, it's both because Marvel has never done a big universe reboot before, and to sort of phase out Fox-owned characters until maybe they could get the rights back.
Do you know when? It's a contract, obviously. Do you get anybody knows when the contract ends?
I know for Fantastic Four, they need to do a movie every 9 years,
and then
or they lose the contract.
Yeah, but the contract is not forever,
right? Which is the only reason why they did a movie right now, because
just
it was
throw
the
one out,
7th or 8th year. and
because
then
Fox
they did
owned
a movie.
because Fox owned
Into
Daredevil
the Rush. So.
like the year, not even like 3 years ago, and that's when they lost the rights to Daredevil because they didn't produce a new movie in time, so it went back to Marvel, thankfully, because that series was amazing. But same thing with the new Fantastic Four and X-Men, but X-Men it's like, Fox's moneymaker. So they're not going to get rid of that anytime soon.
But also, one of the main moneymaker of Marvel was Wolverine. But he's dead. Now there's a dead, comic book dead. There's a new Wolverine.
But it's X-23.
Exactly.
Well, there's the Old Man Logan.
Yeah, but that's a miniseries, isn't it?
But it's not the Wolverine.
But yeah, he's part. It's Logan. He's part of the.
Yeah, exactly. He will be the leader of the Extraordinary X-Men.
Okay.
Okay.
That's going to be amazing because...
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I've seen the roster and it's good.
And that's the thing, this whole...
drawn by Ramos.
back to this
really?
whole...
I didn't know that.
Back to
I know
this
of
whole...
him.
Back to this whole Marvel Comics universe reboot. DC reboots their universe every 30 years. So,
Wow.
well, we could forgive that. Not forgive it, but we could, we know about that. This is Marvel's first real reboot, like getting rid of the old and bringing in a bunch of new.
Yeah, it's real reboot.
Well, it's not like DC where they have a crisis every, X amount of years that resets the timeline or whatever. There's, Crisis on Infinite Earth, Final Crisis, and now New 52.
Do you also think that it's a nice way to clean up the bad stuff? I mean, obviously, there's so many bad titles. Over, 33 titles, that are being killed. In there's really, really bad stuff. I mean,
Mark, yes, I'm thinking.
I don't know. I don't think it's like the best idea.
The reboot? Or
The
general?
reboot.
Why not?
Well, they should have just I know it's a means of simplifying it, but I look at it as I don't know, the people that have been reading some of these books and trying to collect everything, and with rebooting it again, it's a lot of these books didn't really have a chance to flourish.
To do a whole volume.
Yeah.
Spider-Gwen is getting a volume 2. 10 issues of volume 1 came out.
Howard the Duck.
That
the
one's
Duck.
funny. Howard the Duck, though I don't follow it or anything
Yeah.
like that. They are producing a graphic novel, and they're not even giving it a volume number. They're giving it a volume number 00.
Really?
Yes.
Because there's only 5 issues that have been released.
And now they're doing a volume 2.
And now they're
whatever.
rebooting it.
Yeah. But the thing is,
It's like a big joke.
Yeah.
it's also okay. You think about the collectors. I think about the new people. What about the new people who wants to start issue number 700?
Yeah, but
Nobody
if
wants
people
to start that.
Well, Marvel
Yes, I
has
understand
a system
that.
also. For, at some point, they will release what we call a point 1.
yeah.
Which is a new start,
Point
or
1 is the
or
beginning
a point
of-
of reference
Yeah.
for new starters.
Yeah, that's true. They do that.
So they don't technically have to reboot every single, few years.
Yeah, you just start at whatever the newest point 1 issue is.
Because let's take Spider-Man. Spider-Man stopped at 700. Went with Superior
Superior for-
Spider-Man.
And then came
30
back with
something
700.1.2.3.4.
Yeah.
And then the number one.
But
They're
But
doing
they're-
the same thing again, huh?
I know. We're not getting full numbers. We're just getting points.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
in between things.
It's
But the
No,
thing
no.
is,
We have the full numbers, but also the point.
yeah, but it's
Point
like a
one,
mini
point two,
story.
whatever.
Actually, there's 17, 18, 19, 20 is a story, but 17.1, 17.2, 18.2 or something, I don't know exactly.
they're all point 1.
Yeah, they're all point.
Yeah.
The thing is
whatever.
that there's no point.
But it's a mini story in it.
Ching.
So,
Yeah.
how to push the people who collect the normal issue to get the mini series automatically is to fuse it in between.
It's worse than an annual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
An annual is the one story. I could forgive an annual because it's one extra story per year.
It's like a one shot.
Which
Exactly.
is $1 more.
$1 more,
Yeah.
but it's
It is
usually-
thicker. It's usually
I think
thicker.
it's true. It's a little bit thicker.
So that's fine, but then they do the point series, which is like you said, it's a mini series within an ongoing. And
I wouldn't have gotten it the most recent one with Spiral. I wouldn't have gotten it if it was just there, but I got it because it was
part of the ongoing.
But it wasn't.
It was, but it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, the main question is the Marvel reboot good or bad? Is it a good thing? I think it is until a certain point.
Well,
Not because it brings new readers, even if it will help a lot, but I've been reading a few things, and it's so confusing. Everything is so confusing.
With the stuff that's out now, you mean?
Exactly.
Okay.
Especially with Secret Wars, which is meant to clarify everything, but
And
Yeah,
it's
but
not
it's-
helping at
no,
all.
it's not helping at all.
well, nowadays comics are not black and white anymore. You have to think it
No,
as
they're in
like
color.
Thanks, Mark.
as the good and evil is not like two different part.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a huge spectrum, like heroes kill and stuff like that.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's
but
so
if you
confusing.
read like the X-Men to completely understand the full story, you need to read this, you need to read that, you need to read it's like
But
it's
forcing
like at
people
the
to
end
buy
it's just a
other things,
gimmick
though.
to read more things.
It's
and
kind
spend
of like
more
what
money.
DC does with their crossover story. Well, not their crossover
Yeah.
stories, their big story arcs.
Yeah.
Green Lantern, Wrath of the First Lantern, you've got to read Green Lantern, this, that, and the other thing. Green Lantern Corps, this, that, and the other thing. New Guardians, this, that, and the other thing. And Red Lanterns, this, that, and the other thing to get the whole story.
Yeah.
It might be an amazing story. It is, I've read it. But it doesn't, you still have to read 4 other series that, like, I like Green Lantern and I like New Guardians. I could give a shit about the other ones, honestly. But I had to read them all to get the full story, or else I'd be lost to what's going on.
They're canceled anyway.
Totally agree.
Death of the Family, same thing. When Batman
Oh,
did
yeah.
Death of the Family, you had to read Batman, Batgirl, Nightwing, Batman and Robin, Catwoman. You had to read all these Batman books that I don't give a shit about. I want to read Batman and Detective Comics.
Well,
Yeah.
Marvel is the same.
And Marvel, you're saying Marvel is basically
Oh,
doing
it's-
the same thing now.
It's the same, exactly the same thing.
But would you hate that every single time there's that reboot? Let's say it's still happening. There's that reboot. They're actually rebooting from the start. Yes, it would be less
Well,
confusing, but you
Marvel
will
is not
understand
really
everything.
a reboot.
Yeah, what I'm saying.
It's like a
Would you
relaunch.
like that they actually
Yeah.
start from the beginning? Oh, I'm Peter Parker, and I just got to school, and I got these superpowers.
And once again, it's the exact same
No, but it's not
storyline, exact
always-
same
And then
origins.
I make myself a costume. Then I build myself a car, and I can fly now.
They don't redo it every single time they're rebooting.
They yeah,
continue
exactly.
the story.
That's
like
what I'm
Spider-Man,
saying.
which is-
Marvel's never done a relaunch.
Yeah.
They've done relaunches, sorry, but they've never done a full universe reboot like this. Anyway,
New characters.
They've
well,
retconned.
it's a reboot-ish.
Yeah, exactly. They've retconned things. They've changed the mythology here and there, but then they always twist it back around if they see readers don't like it. Brand new day. So it's is it good or bad? I can't say for sure. I would think it's okay if you just like reading, like myself, you just like reading the stories just for entertainment. It's like, who gives a shit? It's a story.
Yeah.
You're just reading
But
it.
for collecting value,
For
it's-
collectors, I could see it
okay.
being a pain.
For my point of view is on the reader's side. I'm a big fan of the character, of the persona of the character.
Yes.
And they're changing people. Like the Falcon, like Miles Morales, like... Who else?
Well, X20,
no, is it the same Iron Man? It's the same Iron Man. Oh, X-23
X23 is Wolverine. Falcon is Captain America. Miles Morales and Peter Parker are in the same universe now. I don't mind that so much, honestly.
Actually, I really like that.
Yeah, me too. Because
Yeah,
they
But
had
that's. I wish with that
Thor.
Miles Morales would have
Thor.
went into the movie universe.
yes.
I really would like to have seen his story in live action.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Like
Well,
don't get me wrong, I like Peter
There's
Parker
rumors saying that maybe in a few years.
in a few years. Yeah, but I know Peter Parker's backstory. I know Spider-Man's backstory. Give me Miles Morales. We don't know about it. And 95% of our movie universe right now is essentially the Ultimate Universe.
it's a
That
good
is really
mix.
true.
It's a good mix of
So-
ultimate and regular. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
but
mostly ultimate.
it's mostly ultimate. It is no. It's mostly ultimate. But
I think that Marvel has directed towards us for so many years, and I think now they're bringing back to having a kid audience.
There
Well,
you
think
go.
about Miss Marvel.
Well, Disney.
She's not.
Yeah.
It's not badass Miss Marvel. It's now Miss Marvel that is like the
she has like stretchy powers or
yeah
something.
stretchy powers, and she's
Really?
comic-y, and she's
Oh god.
yeah. So that's how I feel about like it's not anymore about us. It's about them and the next generation.
Mhm.
And I think they might be doing a good job, but personally, I hate the new characters. So
we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
that's
that's
it.
They'll boot it up. If it doesn't go well, then they're not going to keep
They'll-
it going
they'll do
like that.
something,
They'll
yeah.
do something to spice it up.
They've rebranded themselves like 4 times now. It was Marvel, then it was Marvel Now, All-New Marvel Now,
And now we're
and now it's all new,
All
all different
different.
Marvel now.
So, like, if it doesn't work, for next summer is going to be another event, and we'll just go back of
Yeah,
how it
it'll
used
be
to
Marvel New 52.
yeah.
Exactly.
But then we'll feel the same way as we do now. It's like, oh, what a fucking waste of time.
Yeah,
Like, you just rebooted last year, you're booting again, but then maybe they're doing something great. Maybe we shouldn't complain next
yeah,
time.
exactly.
because-
Well, that's the thing. We got to see how this one turns out. The one happening now.
We are,
We are
and we are